Gentlemen, how are we? Ladies and gentlemen, listeners, welcome to the Leg Up Australia podcast.
Can he do it? The gloves are off. They go toe to toe, blow for blow. He's clear.
Welcome to our very first live full preview. The last time we were live, gentlemen, we were all sitting in the same room together. We were cheering home winners for Punt Club. Our new intro, how nice was that? I just thought I'd pull it down because I'm not sure if we have licensing for it. Because what happened last time, we got cut off, didn't we, Paddy?
Yeah, that was because it was R. Kelly, though, I think.
Oh, at BJ's request. I will not do a
R.
live
Kelly
stream
has been cancelled
without R. Kelly.
Yeah, he's been cancelled. Fair enough.
So, as BJ mentioned, if you did see it, and I can't see the comments because I'm going to keep an eye on the Riverside side of things, which is our recording software. This will be released as the podcast and a video as usual, but we're doing it live because what a huge occasion. It is a proper smorgasbord of racing this weekend. BJ, put your cup of tea down and tell me how excited you are.
I am pumped.
Chamomile pumped or peppermint tea pumped? Tell me.
English breakfast tea today.
Oh,
I've reached my daily quota of caffeine. Well, I know there's a little bit of caffeine
which is
in English
15.
breakfast tea, but I've reached my quota. I reached it quite early today because I was up early. But yep,
What were you up
I'm on
early
a
to
cup of
perform?
teas. I was up early because
He goes for a
the
run,
uncle, he's
does
been waking
everything.
up early. You know, I've got to get in a run before he wakes up. So it's my
I wake
time
up
for
with the runs
myself.
too, BJ, so you and I are the same.
Yours is a different kind of runs than mine.
We need some laughter in this. People,
How good's it?
are people laughing in the comments? Tell me. They'd be my
How
first
good's
joke.
the time difference, bro? I was calling you at I think about 6:15.
Yeah, you called me
Gold
early
Coast
this
time.
morning.
That's
Called me
good.
early this morning. Yeah,
Good match
so
up on the times.
We are on the beautiful Gold Coast, myself and BJ. Anyone that's new to the podcast, welcome. We love you. Listen,
Yeah,
we're going
welcome.
to find some winners. BJ said the best comment. Pat, you can judge the best comment. You can either do it in the comments later, like after we get a few, because this will go up all night, or live on the show. You do you, bro. Any feedback from the comments as yet, BJ?
No, not too much. We've got about 13 comments. We've got a question on Nature Strip and his barrier, but we'll get to that later.
Oh, we'll get to that. Let's. Are we just ripping straight through? Should we just
Hang
get
on, I got one good comment.
What?
No beers from Byron today, Blakey.
Oh,
I haven't seen Byron for a week or so. So
Trouble in
desk.
paradise.
oh no!
I mean, I'm
God.
gonna get any burly
talk
big
about
heads.
Do you want to? Could this be the forum?
This is if you want to talk about you and Byron's relationship and how he's not giving you beer anymore. This is the place.
You reckon?
We reckon. How are you going with the new mic, BJ? Put it down a little
Going
bit.
good.
We
I'm
can't
just
see your
upset
head.
because I can't. There's a little bit of side
Nah,
showing on the screen.
Oh,
so
okay. Oh, right.
The
okay.
side
I
boob.
can't see it. Oh,
It's
yeah, I can
side
see you
boob.
there.
You don't
Move
want
your
that side boob,
background aside
I
a
just
bit.
can't work out which way to move. So I was moving the wrong way and I was getting more side boob, and now I'm going to move the other way and I'm going to get less side boob.
And also, as you can see in the background of BJ's, this podcast, as it is every week since Spring Carnival came on, is sponsored by the good folk over at Boombet. If you guys, there should be a link in the description here. Jump on board there. One of the fellas in Tips and Slips jumped on board via that link the other day, and he got a new account, and they looked after him for a little bit, which is just lovely. And that's what they're doing. They're keeping an eye out for leg up punters, and they want to see you guys betting with Boombets. It's funny, a lot of you guys know this, but any new listeners, we went through quite a big process of getting someone on. Or, we were approached by quite a few bookies to come on board with us for Spring Carnival. Boombet were just giving us the best odds, so this is who we've gone with. They've got a couple of really great specials this week. I think they've got Nature Strip top two, $2.50, and then obviously the Boombet leg up double, which let's just get that. What is the double today, gentlemen? Because
We haven't got a price on it yet, but it is.
Okay.
Pat?
Cascadian.
Cascadian
Big Cascadian fan.
into
Always
Cadre
have
du Noir.
Cadre de Noir.
Race 3, race 4, back to back. Here we go.
Bang, bang. We'll get it over and done with early.
Oh, that'd be nice, actually. The last time we went back to back, we got it. Do you remember? It was a Melbourne race and a Sydney race.
Yeah,
we got it.
We got 2 in a row. So we're well in front with the Boombet multis. And Boombet are actually offering $2.50 for Nature Strip to run 1 or 2. So I reckon that is bloody good odds. I can't believe the price he is, but we'll get to that in a second.
Let's get into the Caulfield Cup. Let's get to some actual tips and discussions. Guys, if you have any questions about the Caulfield Cup runners, get in the comments. Ask us what you want to do, what your thoughts are. Sorry, ask us any questions on our thoughts of any runners. And also tell us yours. We want to see some opinions down there. BJ, I'll keep an eye on the comments. So if anyone... I wouldn't let Pat judge a dog grooming contest.
Is that, why would I be judging a dog?
No, because you're judging the best comments.
Yeah,
I
but
wouldn't let him judge a dog grooming contest.
Neither. I know nothing about
no
dogs,
way.
and I hate animals.
Mate, you've got no hair of your own, so how are you going to know that they're groomed properly?
I hate animals.
Let's
Horses.
start off. Let's just give the market currently in the Caulfield Cup, thanks to the good guys over it. Okay. Favourite right now with Boombet is Smoking Romans, $4.85. Benno is the second favourite at $9.60. These are just the fixed win prices they're offering right now. Knight's Order, which is the current market mover. I just saw that up on Dynamic Odds. That is a huge move. $19 into $11, into $10, sorry.
What horse was that? Sorry, Sam, I missed that.
Knight's Order. Currently $10 with Boombet. Nonconformist $10.60. Numerian $12. I'm not going to go through all of them. A couple of little standouts. Inspirational Girl, Gold Trip, both around that $12.50 mark. Juas 14s, Montefilia $16. We've got a couple of questions. So before we get your thoughts, fellas, we've had a couple of people ask about Montefilia. I want to get your thoughts, where you think they'll run, and how do you think they'll go, and then Juas. So, Paddy, kick us off. Montefilia, a chance in the Caulfield Cup.
Nah, I've been a massive Montefilia fan the whole way along, and the way it dropped out last start, I don't know, mate. I've got to put it on the sidelines now. It's definitely not in the numbers for me. I don't have a top 3, no way.
Pat's
BJ?
very quick to pen him. He's very quick. He's very quick. I think Montefilia let him down. Was there a significant bet placed last time she was out?
Tell us where Montefilia hurt you.
I think the bookies were after her that day. I think she got out to black odds at least.
Monty hurt me that day.
Yeah, 220. She has paid 220. I give her a hope. She ran 4th in this race last year, Sam. First up, she was really good. Second up, she loomed to win. She just peaked on a run. I know that she was expected to win there, and at $2.20, you expect them to be closer to the winner than she was. She was pretty weak late, but she can bounce off that and she can improve. I'm not going to say she's a good thing or anything, but she has figures that could definitely win this race.
Last prep, she'd beaten Very Elegant going into this race, so it's she was a different kettle of fish then, wasn't she?
Hey, B, just really quickly, don't mean to cut you off, Paddy, but do we have a members-only runner running right now?
We do. We have, it'll be on, there's 37 seconds till start time, so
keep us across that. Bring us in.
We'll jump into that. It's been very well backed. I think we took about $3.
Good afternoon.
50 or so this morning.
Luke Marlowe.
Is it Marlowe?
That was bloody Luke Marlowe.
Yeah, Luke Marlowe. Kempler Grange race 8, number 4 Sabrenko. We thought she was a good thing.
Do you know what? In fairness, with Montefilia, I'm quick to pen it though. I've just don't have a big rap on David Payne. I know he came out and trained a Saturday winner last week, but
Saturday winner. He's trained. I think he's trained 100 Group 1 winners or something.
Oh yeah, he trained that Saturday winner
in South Africa. Name that other good South African trainer.
And I will say that last year she wasn't coming off beating Very Elegant.
Was that? When was that?
That was in the autumn. So she won that race in the autumn, second up. Maybe he's just peaking her. Maybe he peaked her second up last preparation, and this time around she's third up into a Caulfield Cup.
I know what's not going to make a bumper sticker is David Payne's peaking horses.
So Cole Shane, William Lenane, a lot of people asking about Montefilia. There's your thoughts. BJ's giving it a chance. Paddy is not. Got a
I
futures
give it
bet.
a hope.
You are. BJ, you are. Sorry. Yep.
I give it a hope.
I
don't.
got a futures bet on Juarez for the Caulfield Cup at $20. How good of a chance do you guys think it is?
Well, they're often racing at Kembla, so do you want to jump in there and then we'll get back to Juarez?
Yeah, absolutely. Paddy, unless you want to give us an idea of...
Pretty keen to watch this race, actually.
Oh, okay, yes.
The investment group has had a sizable sum on this.
I'm just going to turn it up.
All right. Not too loud, because that might be a licensing thing as well.
So perfect, and Just Business is the last one. They're making tracks
We're on
towards the
Sabrenko.
turn. 550 metres to go. Ilvermore
Anna
led
Roper
Moon
getting a
Stories.
perfect run in
Favourite
behind
just
them.
behind them. Sabrenko bottled up. He's sweating on the out.
Bottled.
Behind those then was Dom Tycoon, Napoleon Solo, old Machiavellian about
3 kilo claim here.
Yep.
In the
Anna
straight,
Roper. Drives good too.
Ilvermore led. There's the run for Sabrenko.
Oh.
It was a widening gap and he took it. Sabrenko hit the lead from Moon Stories. All Machiavellian down the outside, just laying in under pressure. Sabrenko 150 to go.
Come on,
He wants to
Sabrenko.
run around. Leads Moon Stories, all Machiavellian. Sabrenko back down to the rail, 100 to go. Given a crack with a whip, he finds under pressure. Moon Stories can't go with him. Sabrenko is too good and
Well done, BJ. What a good time to do it. There is
Mate, I reckon you're 4 from 5 on the show.
something about when we've got runners while we're recording the podcast that win.
Yeah, well, that was the good thing of the day, and it gets the cash, so happy with that.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. Now there's a few comments. Sabrenko, you beauty. Boom. Few of the members on board. If you aren't a member, is there a link in the description, BJ, to get onto members
No,
only?
there's not. No, there's
well.
not. But you go onto the Leg Up page, and it is
Yeah,
posted
we're
at least
everywhere.
twice a day.
The leg up straight.com.
Up you go, Sabrenko.
Well done, mate.
Good thing.
Great tip,
God.
Blakey. Love
Thanks,
it.
brother. Thanks. The nice little double with the one earlier, the Gay Waterhouse horse. That would have been nice. He was off the map.
Rules.
He was like $3.50 into $2.30 and went like a busted. But this gets
Yeah.
cash for us. So beautiful.
Looked like Coolangatta on the turn, and then Paddy Murphy actually trained the winner of that.
He did 40-1. So we'll move on from it. But you're only as good as your
Sabrenko.
last tip. That's
It's
what
always,
they say.
it's always been my favourite horse.
You love Sabrenko. Juarez,
Jagger
fellas,
Bartley.
that's what we're getting back to. Brad Small has a futures bet on Juarez for the Caulfield Cup at $20. How good of a chance do you guys think it is? Feel
Lead off
free.
with Blakey here.
She's got a sense of timing about it, doesn't she? She had that setback second up. I think she had a setback in the preparation, and then she went to. Oh, that was actually before her first up run. She had the elevated temperature, and then she went to Caulfield. She ran in the Memsey. She did her best work late, and it's been all on track since then. But I think she's been a little bit behind the 8 ball since that setback first up. She was right in the race at Flemington behind Smoke and Romans, but I just don't think that the race was run to suit her. They sort of all. The first 3 around the corner were the first 3 home, and nothing sort of made any ground. So she did enough there, and she's going to peak on the day. Apparently, she worked super during the week. So I give her a hope.
Yep. I printed all the form out for that Turnbull Stakes race, and then walked straight outside to the bin and threw it straight in and said, "No, thank you. I will not be tipping Smoke and Romans to win a Caulfield Cup." I reckon Juice is coming along perfectly for the Cup. I know a lot of people are saying it'll be a better bet in the Melbourne Cup, but I think you just got to be. I know you guys say that I don't forgive, but I'm pretty forgiving about Juice, and I think he can possibly win the Caulfield Melbourne Cup double.
Oh,
That's a big call.
that's a huge call.
Huge call.
I
have
think it's a brilliant horse.
It'd be interesting to see what odds you could get for that. I think that only you double it. I think
Do
sports.
you know I
bet
hate it?
offer a
Yeah,
double.
they have the
Yeah.
odds on the next bet. Hate
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
remember-
So it's a bit.
I
annoying,
remember having an
but
argument with a bookie at the track about that.
you just got to be ready. As soon as Juarez crosses the line on Saturday, just roll all the winnings into it.
You'll know 200 metres to
Yeah,
go.
it's got to be quicker.
You'll know
You gotta do
200
it. Yeah,
metres.
200 to go.
Got to do it at the furlong.
200 to go. So Juarez on top for you, Paddy. Very, very confident.
Yeah, Juarez on top. There is
There
another
you
one
go,
in the
guys.
race I like, and
Let
I
us
think
know.
this horse could absolutely blow them away. The top weight, top ranked. Here's a horse that comes out of an arc. Like, please, that it goes to show
Sorry, did you say top ranked?
He's talking about Gold
Oh,
Trip.
sorry, Gold Trip. The
Top rank's back.
Top Ranks is unfortunately,
Psych.
he's not going to race ever again. But yeah, Gold
Oh,
Trip.
shit.
It's coming out of an arc like that. That is huge. Fourth, I think these overseas horses. It's gone 1,500, 2,000, 2,000. It's got that good base now. It looked like it probably should have let down a bit better on the turn last start, but like you said, nothing came home in that Turnbull, and I think it's probably a whole different. It's different gravy getting out to 2,400 metres for these overseas horses. I really, really like this horse. I think, mate, I hate doing it. Hate tipping two in a race, but it and Duais are gonna. I've got them both on top in this race, and I think they're both fat odds.
I don't think it's too bad tipping in big races like this, having two bets, whether there's a on topper or have a little value bet. This, I think, these bigger race days, I very much like having two bets, to be honest with you. And
Well, I'll throw the third one in for the trifecta.
Oh,
For all
okay,
you
so
sickos
3
out
bets.
there.
No,
For all you sickos.
We've got to draw the line somewhere. We've got to draw the
Three's
line
too many.
somewhere.
Can I have a superfecta?
it's Super 6.
All right, hit us with it. You've
Go
Vow
on.
and declare. Vow and declare.
Wow, okay. Indeed.
That's who I'll be throwing in for third.
Vow
I don't
and
think it
declare.
can win the race. I think it's got to run top three. I think. What's it got to?
I think he's got to run top 8.
Yeah, it's
Top
not
8,
top
but pending
3.
some others running top 8 as well, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. But the closer that he can get to winning the race, the better for him to get into the Cup.
Well, it'll run third for those out there playing along there.
Those people that are...
But mate,
Looking
the
for
winner,
the
the winner
exotics.
comes out of those two. Who have you got on top, Blakey?
I will say, Vow and Declare, that's so 2019, mate. That's so
Oh, he's
2019.
Craig Williams. He didn't even stay down to ride.
For those people that have been spruiking Benno, I think
A
don't
few
drop
comments
off.
about Benno.
Don't drop off. Don't drop off. This is his
Oh.
time. This is his time. Mr. Running a Metrop, and it might be a blessing in disguise. I thought he was okay. I thought he was okay behind Animo. He's on the 7-day backup. He needed room sooner, and he was a little bit soft on the line, but you would have suggested he probably missed a little bit of work around that Metropolitan time when he had that setback and he missed that race. So I think he can bounce off that. He's backed up once in his life. He was on a 5-day backup. That was when they moved that Tulloch Stakes to Newcastle, and we had the wet Saturday. They moved it to the Newcastle on the Monday, and
Yeah, I
he backed
remember
up
that.
5 days later into the Derby. He ran super in that Derby. He got back. That was on a heavy track. Found the line. He got past Hitotsu at the furlong. He just peaked on his run. He's come back in sensational order. It's all weight for age form. As everybody latched onto him first up, that was one of the better runs of the meeting. And everybody thought that he would win third up at Randwick over 2,000 metres, but he found the line nicely. Did enough last start, gets to 2,400 metres, gets a heavy track, handicap conditions. I think he's really hard to beat. I have him marked favourite, about $7.50 the field though. So I think there's a little bit of value in his price, and I've had something on him.
Guys, anyone that's in the comments, we will get to the Everest in a second. Let us know if you're going to be down for the Everest, because we've got a lot of leg up guys that are going to be at the races on the weekend.
Hey Blakey, just on a side note, what did that thing in the last at Kembla pay? $2.70. Do you know we got $5? You got us on at $5 the other day.
$5.
We got $5. Like we got
That's good.
$7.
Yeah, I
but
said
after,
$7.
we locked in $4.40 after deduction. So
well, no, after
done.
deductions, I've gotten $5.25.
yeah, beautiful.
Jeez, that's all
Well
right.
done. Well done.
I
Butters.
paid $2.70.
Boys, I'm just back to the race. I'm like a Numerian. Are you a fan of Numerian or Annabelle Neesham, Tommy Berry? He might have snuck down there, after he's snubbed Everest Day and heading down there. Maybe there's something we don't know. Him and Annabelle are close, and she's airborne at the moment. But it'll be fitter after the Hill Stakes. It was a good run there. Did you guys have it in your numbers?
Well, he won't be in my numbers, Sam, but he hasn't reached his ceiling yet, but he hasn't got a figure that suggests that he can win the race.
No, well, at $12, I'm kind of happy to have a little bit of a play and have a look at.
And I've given you my top 3. I'm actually not allowed to give any more numbers, so it's definitely not in mine then.
People in the comments, I think Pat might just put the field in the quaddie leg for the cup. Throw another one in, Pat. Yeah, that's
Might leave Numerian out.
Oh, that was Lloydie writing that. Nick, well done on your live today, mate. Very, very good. Got to get Brody a Wi-Fi dongle or something because it looks like he dropped off the earth with his internet,
Definitely
unfortunately.
needs
But that was
something.
really, really good, mate. I loved it. Numerian for me. I like that. Caulfield Cup. No more questions here. What about Knight's Order? The mug. If we don't ask and answer the mug's question, we'll
He'll
hear
blow
about
up.
it. We'll hear about it. So please, Knight's Order. Either one of you happy to go away with it?
Well, in short, I don't think it's up to it, but I hope they rip along too fast and it gets a stitch, to tell you the truth.
He's not in my numbers, but he's got a hope. He's definitely got a hope. Loves it wet. He'll go forward, make his own luck on the speed, and he'll give plenty of check.
Okay, let's roll it straight into the big one. The Everest 2022 Everest. All the odds here are brought to you by our good friends over at Boom Bet. Nature Strip. They currently have... you know what? I'm going to quickly update this because this page has been... However long we've been live, this page has been sitting there. So I just wanted to double check. Wow, okay. Nature Strip has actually come in since I updated the page from $2.05 into $1.96.
Far out.
Yeah. So I suppose taking those odds at $2.50 for top twos, not too bad if you're betting with Boombet this weekend. Lost and Run, excuse me. Lost and Running $7.10. Eduardo $9. Jack and O $11.20. Mars Crusader $12. I'm going to go through the whole field here, guys. Private Eye, Paddy, one I know you're very keen on. $15.20. Marzu $17.20. Giga Kick $23.50. Overpass out to $39. Shades of Rose also at that. Ingratiating $41. Joyful Fortune $45. And I think the rest of them are emergencies, which we're not going to. We'll do a runner by runner preview. Gentlemen, I'm not going to go into the emergencies, guys, which we just don't need to. Let me just bring the race up here and we can get into it. I want to have a look at who's our big market mover for this year's Everest.
I've actually done a little punters preview for every runner. So if you
Okay, well, how about if I throw them at you? We don't need to go through all of them, do we?
Yeah, let's go top to bottom. Mate, let's just rip through them quick.
Let's
All right,
just be
Nature Strip.
fast.
Come on, tell us. This is what everyone wants to know.
Mate, Nature Strip. He's the cream of the crop, the big dog. He's done it before and very well could do it again. J-Mac and Chris Waller for the good race should let someone else have a turn of winning. And there are some people that just want to watch the world burn, and in this case it's me. I am leaving him out of my top 3.
Can you do that and not read it really quick? Just natural. Like, we need to get you a teleprompter.
I know, I need one.
Take your
Instead-
time.
Next
Pat,
one, I'll take my time. He's out of my
will,
top 3.
I'll
That
jump
is-
in.
That is stupid.
Yeah, you must be a fool.
That is
because
stupid.
I'm betting around Nature Strip.
You are not. You're margin betting.
he is an odds-on chance, in my opinion. He's very, very hard to beat. Too good for them in the shorts. He's beat them all before. We know when Chris Waller sets a horse for a race. This is grand final day. Every time on grand final day, Randwick, 1,200 metres, he peaks him. He won the Everest last year. He won the TJ Smith. He's beat all these horses before. The 3-year-olds have to come up and go to a different level. The other horses that he hasn't beat have to go to a different level. The horses that he has beat have to go to a different level. Draws absolutely perfectly. He can be slow to begin, so barrier 12 is absolutely perfect for him because he can get into stride. He'll go forward. There's plenty of speed inside him, which is absolutely perfect. They're going to string the field out. He could probably lob third, fourth, one off the fence. Absolutely perfect. He's just too good. If he's at his best, they won't see which way he goes.
I don't think the barrier is a huge issue. Do you, BJ?
It's the perfect draw.
I think
For
they'd
that
be quite
horse,
happy
for that
for
horse,
them to
definitely.
sit there and come across, smoke the pipe
It's
a
the
little bit.
perfect draw. He couldn't have he couldn't have drawn better.
Yeah, and it needs one thing to go wrong, though, and there's a couple that'll be right there to beat him. So, and I
No,
think
they need to find 2 or 3 lengths.
yeah, and I think they can.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's go Eduardo.
Eduardo, he's been given the tie-up stall 1A, aka the disabled spot, aka the senior parking area. This rising 10-year-old may need a walking frame to help him get to the parade ring. For anyone looking to get into discounts on track, just ask to swipe Eduardo Senior's discount card. He couldn't do it in 2020, couldn't do it in 2021, and I don't think he'll do it in 2022. Because unlike Carmen Electra, he is not getting better with age.
Oh, Carmen Electra throwback. Is that? Please tell me that's not the pinnacle of.
Seen a bit of
looking older women
news.com
for
stuff
you.
about her in a swimsuit.
Carmen Electra.
Hello, boss.
Yeah, wow. What's Eduardo? 9 years old.
9, 10 next
9,
year.
but he's lightly raced.
Very lightly raised. You can't just throw him out. Pat, you know what? You're dramatic.
He's out.
You're
He's out.
dramatic. You like the theatre of this, don't you?
He's out for me.
He's binning everyone. All right.
Okay,
well, you know
I'll
what?
jump in.
Give us something, please. Something positive about Eduardo.
He's the one to beat. If Nature Strip isn't on his game, Eduardo will be there to pounce. He's the horse that could possibly beat him. He's beat him before. He's probably at his best below 1,200 metres against Nature Strip, but he's the horse to beat. He's done it all before. First up, outstanding, but I don't think it was a race that he got the fitness he needed out of it because it was on that heavy 9 surface. It was a soft win. He found the fast lane and he was eased down on the line. And then they went fast last start. He looked to be fighting out the finish over the last furlong with Nature Strip, and he got soft late. It was a massive drop off late. So I think he should derive plenty of fitness from that. Third up, he's been back to the trials. He was strong in that trial. And, I think he's the one to beat. He gets Nash back, which is a massive plus for the horse.
Opened at $13 with Boombet currently. Well, it was actually, as you were talking, $10, BJ, and then they've just whipped it into $9. So I don't know if people are liking your confidence on Eduardo.
Well, it's not confidence.
Outside of Nature Strip, you've got the one to beat.
He's
fairly confident.
He's the Quinella horse.
It's the Quinella horse. Yeah, I got you. Lost and Running, Paddy, give us your spiel.
If this horse was to win, nobody knows what is going to happen with John O'Shea's face. He's going to attempt to smile. The world could end on this. We're not sure. He's never cracked on. This could be the first time. Lost and Running looked like the professional racing against the amateurs in the Everest Reserve Grade Stakes last start, aka the Premier Stakes. I think with improvement off that run, this horse is going to give this race a massive shake, and we may see that John O'Shea smile that no one's ever seen before.
Wowee. So you're saying we Lost and Running is going to be fairly competitive in this
Top
race,
2.
BJ. Do you agree? Disagree?
He's fourth pick for mine. He'd need to improve a couple of lengths to worry Nature Strip.
There's a lot of people liking Lost and Running. We haven't seen any movement in this price. Still currently $7.30. I think it opened at $7.50. Kind of dipped down, blew back out. Okay, this is one that we're getting a lot in the comments. Okay, there's a lot of people that liked Eduardo here. So I think the fact that you two are on either side of it, I like that. So that's good. We're getting two different opinions, and we're getting opinions from the comments. Masked Crusader. William Pike on board, currently $12.20 with Boombet. What's your thoughts on Masked Crusader, Patrick?
Mate, the Bulldogs have had more wins in the last 12 months than this guy. But much like the Bulldogs in the coming season, there is a massive buzz and expectation around this guy. And this could very well be his time. His name should be, only needs a bit of luck. Because that's the common phrase used around this guy. He nearly did it last year. Put in a ripping effort on the reserve grade stakes this year, and this is where he proves he's world class and wins on Saturday. He's on top for me, boys.
Masked Crusader on top for Pat.
He's on top.
Boom! Wowee! Masked Crusader. It was a fantastic run last year. We all remember it because it nearly jumped out of the ground and got him. It missed the kick by about
He can come between them. Can come inside him, can come around him.
Okay, excuse me. There's certain things there you can't say. Wow, okay. You're liking Mars Crusader as you're on top of BJ. Is he mad or is he got something? There's something up there in his noggin.
I got him third pick.
Okay.
I think he was poorly ridden last start by Pikey. He probably should have won. He's been outstanding over this track and distance in the past. He was really strong on the line in this race last year. I think probably the wetter the track, the less he is advantaged. So he's going to want a drying surface, but he's going to be running on. He's in very good form, and I'd suggest that they'll be looking to peak him on the day, which he is trending up to that mark.
And blame me down with a feather that William Pike could be the biggest negative about this horse. It's that's the best negative ever.
Yeah, absolutely. If that's the kind of top con on Mars Crusader, you're taking that. So and BJ, $12.20. Is that the price you'd want to be?
Fat.
Sorry, yeah, $12.
I don't want to back him.
So fat those odds.
But the people that do want to back him,
I've got him marked about $13, so about his right price.
so it's about right. Okay, one I'm very interested in. Pat, I already know your thoughts on it, so I'm going to start with Blake on it. Do you give Marzu a chance, BJ? Currently $16.60. It's got great heavy track form. It's a very tough horse, and the stable know how to kind of peak this as their grand final. I'm really liking Marzu. It's probably my on-top bet outside of Nature Strip. Am I mad? Tell me, please. Give it to me straight.
Oh, well, the stable know how to peak him on the right day. He came to the foray in the winter. He was winning all those races. He won 6 or 7 in a row. Very good horse. I think he's probably needs to find a few lengths to get near Nature Strip, but he's a nice horse of the future. He's only a 4-year-old, so maybe next year.
I do have Nature Strip on top just to clear that up, but yeah, Marzu I think is a great bet, and it could actually sit behind Nature Strip. I think with this hot pace, it could kind of string him out a little bit, and he finds a bit of cover. What barrier is he coming from? Because they were a little bit worried about it, but I didn't think it was too bad. But yeah, it could actually end up in a fairly similar position as he did in the 10,000, the Doomben 10,000. So if you can actually, and if you watch that replay, actually in the last 250 metres, he kind of starts leaning into whatever the horse was on the inside. I think it was
Palele.
Palele was on the outside. I think it was like Generation or something like that. May have been on the inside. I think if it could have put a little bit of length on it. But yeah, I'm having a good bet on it. Now, Pat wanted to say, I spoke to Pat in the car on the way here, and he said, is this the kind of preview you want? And the one example he used was Marzu. So hit me between the eyes, Pat.
Mate, much like Ben Hunt, this guy earned himself the contract of all contracts. 2-year slot in the Everest. But much like Ben Hunt, I think his best form will come towards the end of his contract, so I am leaving him out until next year, when he's more desperate and trying to earn the 2024-2025 contract extension. Has done enough to be here, but it's too much for him this year. He's just top 5.
I think Marzu's a great chance. Ben Hunt is a champion. Absolute Queensland legend. Pat, I am going to start with you again.
We can blow through these ones.
Private Eye.
From here down,
Private
guys.
Eye.
The mastermind Joe Pride found the perfect race for him last start to jag an Everest spot from left field. But let's not forget his run over 1,200 metres before earning the slot. It was against Embracer in the Group 3 Show County, where he only just won. Now, Embracer came out in the Everest last year and ran last. And I think that's exactly where Private Eye will be finishing closest to.
Got him in the bottom 1.
Yep, bottom 1 or 2. I've got another horse that might be fighting it out with him.
Go to that one. Unless BJ, you jump in if you've got something to say about Private Eye or any of these horses.
Oh, I think Private Eye is a really nice horse. I think the wet track is against him. So, I'd say that the wet track is against him. If it was a dry surface, if we were on a good 3 or a good 4, I'd have him in my top 4 for sure.
Now, I will just quickly talk about Overpass before Pat, don't even throw it in the bin. I'll do the overpass thing. I'm going to have $10 on overpass purely because, we're in racing to a certain extent. You boys are in it more than me, but we've got friends in racing, and Luke Hilton, who does the weigh-in, who does a lot for the leg up, who's also a very, very good friend of ours. I was talking to him before the weigh-in last week. Rach jumped on board. She's so giving of her time as well, giving us kind of little running updates while they were at the barrier draw. I would really like to see this horse go well. You'd like to see good people do good things. You could tell how excited they were. Hildo was going to the barrier draw. He's going to I think he's going to the cocktail party tonight alone because Rachel, wants to, concentrate on the race, get on with the job. For him to have two horses in the race with Overpass and Shades of Rose, from the stable he manages with, his partner on board with one of them. I just hope it's a good, safe result for them. For me, Overpass, before either of you put it in the bin, I think it's worth having $10 on it just because they're good friends of the leg up.
Rach is just not going tonight because she's just be happy to be at home with the lounge room not smelling like grape vape. But I think with this horse, it gets the only female jockey in the race this year on board, and that's where the fairy tale will end. It has a lot of improvement, this horse, but I prefer it next year or the year after.
BJ, Overpass.
Yeah, well done to get a slot.
Yep, very good. Ingratiating Glasgow for the Godolphin slot. Yay or nay?
Doesn't even have the best Schofield on it. Godolphin selected the horse this year from their ranks that cares least about being embarrassed. He's going to have a battle on his hands this race, and that battle will be against Private Eye for last.
I would say Kementari has a better chance than him. Kementari would have had a better chance than him.
I would say so as well.
Joyful Fortune, Tom Sherry on board.
I can hear everyone collectively say, who is that? And honestly, I have no idea either. He 100% runs in the second half of the field. Form out of a benchmark 70 does not qualify you to be anywhere near an Everest. The positive is he'll lead. The negative is that everyone else will be dodging him as they go past him in the straight.
Yeah, out of the way, please, Joyful Fortune.
As a 77 radar. So under handicap conditions, true weights, Nature Strip would have to be giving him 23 kilos.
Shit, I could do it.
That's my dog.
None.
Imagine J-Mac with Ernie on the back.
Boy, Ernie, whip that off.
Here's your tail. Shades of Rhodes, gentlemen, the other Bjorn Bacon. Congrats to Bjorn as well. We and his team, which is Hildo and all that. We made it like Hildo was everything. But yeah, well done, Bjorn, getting two in the
Mate, Shades of Rose reminds me a lot of myself from my footballing days. In a lineup full of talent, asking yourself, what the F am I doing here? While Sunbake in the paddock sipping Mai Tais, she's been called back from a spell to fill a slot. If everything were to go right, she still couldn't win. They'd be stoked, I reckon, if she can finish top 6.
There's a lot of people that like Shades of Rose. I don't know if this is heartbreaking for them or this is the reality check they need.
This is the reality check they need.
Obviously, Pat's article will be available on Tips and Slips, and we got to put these up, Patty. These are too good, these little
They are too good.
grabs of them.
They will definitely be utilised.
Now, BJ, anything on Shades of Rose?
She's very smart, but this isn't her race.
I think they were looking... I think they may have tipped it out, and then it got the slot. Well, they were going to tip it out and it got the slot, so it'd have to do miraculous things for it to win. Now, Pat, interesting one. Jacquinot, $11.20. Hasn't really shifted in the market. I think it dropped into about $10.50 and then popped back out. Jacquinot with your favourite D-Lane on board.
Jacquinot, this 3-year-old is an absolute weapon. We'll hear the earth shake when he gets to the outside. Same sire as Yes, Yes, Yes. So he's got the breeding and the form to cause a monumental
Genes
upset
are
here
there.
against the older, more seasoned sprinters. He is definitely in the top 3. I think I may even have 4 horses in my top 3.
You have got 4 horses in your top.
Big 3.
It's a box trifecta.
Yeah, I like it. No, I like it. Don't you worry about that.
What are you thinking about Jacquinot, Blakey?
I think he's a very, very, very good horse. Maybe an average crop of 3-year-olds, but I just don't think that he has the tactical speed to put himself into the race. So I think he's probably just going to get too far back and have too much to do. But he's a good horse and he'll be running on. Can't win.
Not in the top 3. One of Pat's 4 horses in the top 3. And then the last horse in the field currently is Giga Kick. Giga Kick.
Giga Kick.
Who's Giga Kick? Is this thing from up Queensland?
No, it's from Melbourne. Mate, I was told as a boy to never trust a man with 2 first names. Clayton Douglas, the trainer, falls into this category, and I won't be trusting him or the horse that he rode in on. Even though its form reads as a picket fence, you can't win 4 egg and spoon races in a row and then think you can win an Olympic gold medal. Out of its depth and won't be figuring in the top 6.
Well, and if you're carrying on your not trusting men with 2 first names, what about the jockey?
Who's riding it?
Craig William. That's a double no trusting.
Oh, why didn't you just stay down and ride Vow and Declare?
Do you think is Kementari one of as the emergency?
It's in the Sydney Stakes, and we got
He'll be winning the Sydney Stakes.
We got a fat bet on that was really awkward to put on.
How'd that feel? How does that feel, baby?
Felt weird. Brother texted me as soon as it went on. You okay?
Any more questions from the comments, guys? Thanks. We've had a good little audience here, which is
Blake,
bloody awesome.
Before we go, give me your number, Blake. Give me your number. What's on top?
Regards to? Oh, Nature Strip.
He's got Nature Strip.
Clearly on top.
Best outsider then.
Best outsider. I think Eduardo's the one to beat, but I don't think you'd say that he's an outsider. So
at $8 you
Private
could.
Eye.
Private Eye is an outsider. I'm going to go Nature Strip on top, but I'm having Mazu as the outsider, and as I said, supporting Overpass. Paddy, go through your top 4 again.
I have got Masked Crusader on top, from Lost and Running, and Jackie Knott.
Okay, very good. Guys, thank you so much for the live video. They'll be up on the podcast. This will be on YouTube, I think. I'm not sure how we get this video. We'll just see. We use a product called Riverside FM, which is a really cool little way if you guys think about doing a podcast at home or, however you want to do it. Always let us know if you want a hand with that kind of stuff, because we love to share our experience with everybody.
And if anyone's out there that wants to do a Collingwood podcast with Woodhead, I'm sure...
Anyone.
He'd be happy to take
I
someone.
will take any... I don't think we've sworn.
No,
that's good. I think we haven't sworn. We haven't... I'm drinking a Passiona. No drinking on here, and no licensing issues. No licensing issues, which is great. And we tipped it, and we got a winner live on the show. How good is that? So if you are, just give me 2 minutes of plugs, guys. If you are interested on getting on board with Members Only, I'll put the link in the comments. Come and get involved. We hit 900 members last night.
Huge.
Unbelievable. Well done, BJ. Well done, Nick. Well done, team. Absolutely fantastic. And I can't wait to see what's coming in the next couple of weeks. There's some really cool stuff coming up for members. Guys, merch. Were you sitting there watching this live going, guys, those 3 dudes look fat. PHAT. I would love to get some of their merch. The merch is online. legupstrade.com. And Boombet, if you're going to have a bet this weekend, have a bet with Boombet. Got some odds. Follow the link in the description. That'll get you sorted out. And that's it. I don't know. Anything else you need to...
Well, Pat's got to give away... he's got to come up with the best comment.
Give away a mattress, Pat.
Why don't I name
We
the
should
best...
do that.
Why don't I name the best comment in the tips and slips later?
Yeah, I don't think you can see them.
Yeah, sounds good. That sounds good. And give the podcast a plug. And post those things that you did.
Type them up, Pat. Put capital letters and stuff on them, some punctuation and stuff.
Oh, the way I've written them out, that would send Woodhead off a cliff.
It would be absolute scribble. I could tell. I was getting anxiety actually listening to it. So let's dance it out, fellas. Thanks for getting on board with the live video for the leg up. Love you, punters.
See you, boys.
See you,
Good luck this week.
Good luck, punters. Hooroo.
Ooh.